Let's talk about New Year's resolutions for beekeepers. Yeah, have a little bit of fun today.
Coming up.
And just a little encouragement to finish our time together today. The truth is great beekeeping really is not about being perfect, but it's about trying to improve a little bit each and every season. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Ray from Honeytop Bees in South Carolina. Thanks for joining me today. If you have not yet hit like and subscribe, please do so. Blah, 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 blah. Just a little reminder. I know you get tired of hearing those, but it does mean a lot to help me build up my channel. Today, I want to talk about New Year's resolutions, specifically for beekeepers. Now, I don't know if you're making any resolutions yourself to lose weight, save money, exercise more, etc. But what about New Year's resolutions for beekeepers? I've got a few resolutions that I really need to do better on this year, and then some that I always say I'm going to do better on, but I actually never do. So I've got two categories of them. Let me share them with you today. And by the way, if you have some beekeeping New Year's resolutions, put them down in the comments below. And let's hear what some of people around the country are going to make for some of their goals this year. Okay, first category is resolutions that I really need to keep. And I mean, I really need to keep. I don't want my bees to be laughing at me, so I'm glad they can't hear this, because these are ones that I just feel like I need to do a better job. And every year I tell myself I'm going to do a better job on some of these. And so let's jump in. My first resolution is I've got to keep better records. Now, hang on one second. I actually found a system that I really, really liked the last couple of years. And in that regard, I've actually been doing better at keeping records. And I've been using these Post-it note extremes. Now, these are not regular Post-it notes. They have extra adhesive on them, and they really do. They survive the wind, the rain, everything. I still have some on from 6-8 months ago. The problem is they discontinued these. I'm down to like my last packet of these. I love these. I would put my notes on these and stick them on the back of the hive, but they don't make them anymore. I have not been able to find something that I like as much as these for record keeping. I know I, for a while, tried like keeping a journal with all my beehives and everything. And if you watch my channel very much, you know I just recently added beehive numbers to all of my hives. And so that's going to help a little bit. But I'm really looking for a new record keeping system. When I'm out in the bee yard, I don't want to open up a notebook and a pen and paper and start writing when I've got my bee gloves on and all. I've tried talking to my phone and, putting notes in my phone that way, and that works okay. I kind of like that. This was my favorite way. I wish they didn't discontinue these. I've even tried to find some discontinued, ones on eBay or something like that. And I did find one pack. They wanted like $80 for like 6 notepads or something. It was ridiculous, not worth it to me. So anyway, tell me what you're doing for record keeping this year. I'd love to hear, because that's one of my resolutions. I want to keep better notes. I think when I'm out at my beehives, I am like, oh yeah, I'll remember to come back and check and see whether this queen is mated, or I'll remember to come back and add another super of honey on this, or I'll remember that this hive needs to be fed or whatever. It's pretty obvious. And then I go through the rest of my hives and I'm like, now which hive was it that I needed to check on? Which one did I need to feed? Which one am I concerned that maybe there's something wrong with it? Like at the moment, it just seems so obvious, but then when I walk away, like I don't remember anymore. And so I need to do better record keeping. That's my first resolution by far, is keep better records. By the way, these first ones are kind of serious. The ones that follow are maybe not quite so serious. Resolution number 2, keep staying ahead of Varroa. I know I talk about Varroa a lot because in the South, I don't know if it's like this in every part of the country. I shouldn't say the South, but in my area of the country, it's a real problem. It seems like the mites, no matter what we do, we're always chasing them. We're always combating them. Sometimes the treatments seem to work great on some hives and the mite loads drop down to nearly 0. And then other times of the year, it seems like the mite treatments do nothing. Like maybe they're keeping them at bay. Sometimes I wonder if they're actually feeding the mites. Sometimes I feel like I'm better at raising mites than I am at raising bees. It's just such a problem in our area. Really want to keep staying ahead of it. I know I've been doing better and better about this, starting the year clean and hitting them with oxalic acid, but just a resolution, like you can't get by without managing mites and staying on top of it all throughout the year, treating before it turns into an emergency situation, making sure I'm doing thorough testing on my hives, so I'm using real numbers, real data. So I just want to stay on that. It's just a resolution that I have. All right, two more serious resolutions, and then a couple that just I know I'm not going to keep, but I'm going to make them anyway. Requeen on purpose. I don't know how you do it. Maybe you're really good and diligent about requeening, but I seem to prefer to like negotiate with my existing queen, like, hey, can you just do a little bit better job and hope for the best when they, the queen starts to age, etc. She's not laying well. Maybe she never got bred well. Maybe to improve genetics. Like, I'm not real good at proactively requeening. Now, I'm not going to say I don't do it, because I do it. I do it pretty regularly, but there's a lot of times I'm like, this queen is kind of marginal. I'm just going to let her fly through the year, and usually comes back to bite me later on. So I want to really pay more attention to requeening. I'm going to do more queen raising this year than I've been doing in years past. That's another one of my goals, not necessarily a resolution, but it's one of my goals. And so I'm hoping to have more of my own queens, bring my own genetics this year, and do a lot more requeening on purpose, keeping my queens young. I've got a couple queens out there that they're going into their 4th year now. I mean, I'm definitely going to be requeening them if they make it through the winter here. But I've had some really good luck with some queens that just seem like they're what is that battery? The Ever Ready battery, or what is that thing called? But with a little bunny rabbit. This is the way these queens are. My next resolution, I think I'm on number 4 right now, is to keep learning. I finished my Master Beekeeper certification this last year, and I said in that video, if you watched it, that one of the things I learned from taking my Master Beekeeper certification is I learned a lot that I didn't know, and I also learned how much I don't know. That there's still just so much information and research out there about bees, and now that I have this foundation of learning through the certification, I really want to continue to add onto that with some good scientific information, continue to learn, research, read bee articles, etc. And I'm not talking about learning by scrolling through Instagram, bee reels, or YouTube or Facebook posts. Those are all good. And sometimes I actually do pick up some little things. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that little fact about bees. But I'm talking about, really making it a goal to try to learn some more. All right, let's move to the second group of resolutions. These are resolutions that I know I'm not going to keep, but I'm going to make them anyway. It's kind of like I'm not going to eat any ice cream this year, but I end up eating it by January 2nd. But these are maybe some areas that I'm maybe weakest in or whatever. But resolution number 1, and the ones I'm probably not going to be able to keep all year, is not buy any beekeeping gimmick products. Yeah, I got a whole shelf full of them. I was tempted for this video to actually show you some of my beekeeping gimmick products, but it's not really my purpose to call anybody's product a gimmick, worthless, trash, whatever it might be. That's not really what this channel is about. So I decided not to do that, because I don't want anybody to see it and say, hey, wait a minute, that's my product. Or somebody else to say, I love that product, it's not a gimmick. That's not really what I'm about. But I do have a shelf full of things that I bought that at the moment sounded like something I needed, something that I couldn't live without. And I really can live without it. And I have lived without it. And I bought it and I've never used it. And I've got a whole bunch of those. I don't know if you're like me, but when somebody presents a product and it's like, oh, wait a minute, that would really solve this problem. That would really be great. And then you buy it, but it just doesn't really fit into my model. And I don't end up actually ever using it. So anyway, that's my first resolution that I'm going to try to keep, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. My second one that I'm going to try to keep, but I don't know if I'll be able to, is not add any more hives. My golden number really is like 35. Like, that's where I like to be. But I actually bought some more equipment this year. I'm thinking of going to 40 or 45. I've even had some thoughts of going to 50. But when I was at 20, I was like, okay, I'm going to stop at 20. And then I got to 25, and now I'm got to 30, and now to 35. And this year, I'm going to go to 40 or 45. But I don't intend to get any bigger than that. Like, I don't want to get bigger than that. It's just me. I do the bees by myself. I don't have any help. And I'm not wanting to go sideline or commercial. I mean, I make enough honey for my customers and all, but it's just, I don't know. I can't resist a good split, and I just can't resist opportunities when I have, good queen cells to make splits, etc. And so my hives just kind of tend to multiply. So anyway, I'm going to keep it under 45. That's my resolution, but maybe closer to 40 by the end of the year. We'll see how it goes. All right, third resolution that I really want to keep, and I hope I can keep it all year, but I don't know if I will or not, is I want to keep all my bee stuff more organized. But when I come in from the bee yard and I've done my inspections, I've usually been sweating out in the middle of July in South Carolina. It's 102 degrees out there, and I just want to take my bee suit off, throw all my bee stuff into my shop, and walk away from it, and then it just starts to accumulate from there. But another resolution I want to work on is really want to work on making sure that I keep my bee stuff organized. And this includes in the winter. This is something that I really need to add as a resolution, actually, now that I think about it. I have been very sporadic with doing something to prevent wax moths in my frames over the course of the winter. And sometimes I do it, and sometimes I don't do it. And every time I don't do it, I get burned. And I lost this winter already. I've lost a bunch of frames that were just, they had eaten the wood. I mean, like they really had gotten into it really deeply and destroyed a lot of comb that was good comb. And a bunch of them were just so nasty and so full of wax moth poop and everything that I just ended up throwing a bunch of stuff away because it was just not even worth the hassle to change out all the foundations and repair the wood. And also, yeah, that needs to be like part of my organization, is making sure that I really consistently take care of the wax moths, because I've been getting burned by it. And in the South, it's warm enough to where if the wax moths are like in my shop, it stays pretty temperate inside here. They just have a heyday here. So it's really, a problem for me. So anyway, those are my resolutions. Interested to hear what yours are. Put some down in the comments, because I bet there's a bunch of great ideas out there. Some things that you really want to do this year, some things that you have to do. What are your ideas? What are you struggling with? What do you want to fix? What do you want to learn this year? Put it down in the comments. I'd love to hear what you're kind of thinking for your new bee year coming up. And just a little encouragement to finish our time together today. The truth is great beekeeping really is not about being perfect, but it's about trying to improve a little bit each and every season, get better at something, try something new, learn something new. Just doing one thing a little bit better than you did the last year, and that's how you become a better beekeeper. So, well, maybe our challenge is not to be able to keep all of our resolutions, but maybe our challenge is to just keep improving as beekeepers, learn something new, try something new. Thanks for watching. My name is Ray, and I'll see you out in the bee yard next time.